Greetings and welcome to Live Your Song, Building Businesses That Make a Difference. I'm Cheyenne Kramer. This is my better half.
Don Kramer. Hello, everyone.
And we come to you each week to give you tips, ideas, strategies on how you can take that heart song, that soul song that's inside of you, and turn it into something that you could build an income around and still be able to make a difference in the world. It's all about not just being the change. A lot of people have adopted that as a phrase. They like, be the change. But in 2020, we're here to encourage you to do the change. It's feeling like an important part of things, if you ask me. You have any insights on that,
Oh,
dear?
gotta do the change. Do the change. Don't get
That's
off your hands.
Yeah, there
Do the
you
change.
go. Get off your hands. Too many people are still sitting on their hands, sitting in the bleachers. Here we are in, the end of football season, but man, when they stop sitting on those bleachers, they'll go find another bunch of bleachers to sit on for another season.
Yep.
It's like, okay, entertainment is great. Having a little bit of fun and diversion is a great thing. But what are you being called to do? That's the question. And what are you going to do with it? That's the bigger question.
Mhm.
So last week we talked about the whole idea of letting it go.
Yeah.
We've seen so many people who have been holding on to physical stuff, emotional stuff, spiritual stuff.
And what it does to them, it's just unbelievable how it actually brings them down.
Oh, in so many ways, so many ways. We were just discussing earlier today. The thing we've seen out here on the road is we've come across a lot of people who have ideas, who have visions of things they really want to be doing, but they've allowed all these things, whether they're physical, emotional, or spiritual, they've let them drag them down to a point. And I even had somebody tell me this the other day, that they were just waiting to die, just waiting to die.
So sad. That is so sad. There's so much to do.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
I
Yes.
cannot. That wouldn't even enter my mind. No way.
It is sad, and it goes right along with a famous Les Brown saying. Les, talks about the richest place in the world. You remember what that is, dear?
Oh, it's graveyard.
Graveyard.
Why?
Because that's where everybody takes their gems with them. All of the great ideas that
Hmm.
could have been worth millions and billions, and just the real gems that they were designed to give to the world, they took them with them. We never get to experience it.
That's because they were sitting on their hands.
It's true. It's true. And too many of us have been trained to just sit and wait for us to die because we're not sure what else to do. And granted, we almost got caught in that trap a few years ago,
Oh,
too.
yes, definitely.
When he was feeling really bad physically, it drained us emotionally, both of us. And we had really gotten to a place of just wondering, kind of throwing up our hands and saying, okay, God, we're done. We don't know what to do. But thank goodness, you know, they say prayer works miracles. And I'm going to
Hmm.
tell you, in this case, it did. And it brought a gentleman to our door, flew from Dallas to North Carolina to help us get back on our feet. And so now you might say we're kind of paying that forward. We're out here trying to help other people get back on their feet and to be able to start to live from that place of whatever that heart song is that you came to this planet with. Because I believe you got one.
All I can say is helping other people. It's not work.
Mm-hmm.
It's
It's true.
life. Having fun. When you can help someone to see that they can feel better, they can do more.
Mm-hmm.
It just, it makes you feel better.
It does.
So the more you can help others, the better you feel.
It's true. And in fact, my goodness, some of you have seen some of the Facebook pictures I've put up recently. There's a place we've run into here that I was totally blown away with this week
Hmm.
called the Florida Dream Center. And, talk about a place that is all about love, because that's, the greatest of all is love. That is a gift that we've been given by our Creator. And the more that we can experience that love and pass it on to other people, the more we open ourselves up to be able to receive it. Because that's a point I want you to hear. Last week, we talked about letting go of all that physical baggage, emotional baggage, spiritual baggage. But why let it go? To make room to be able to receive.
Definitely, definitely. Got to have room to receive. You got to be able to receive.
You do. And, that opens us up. That's one step to opening us up to be able to receive. The other is to figure out ways that you can give love, whether it's through your wisdom, whether it's through something you can do with your hands. This Dream Center has a group of 200 volunteers, and a bunch of them come out every Saturday, and they go out and they help repair stuff in houses, and they help paint stuff, and they go out and they clean up garbage in the neighborhood, and they deliver food to homeless people. They go out to the homeless people's camps and deliver food. Totally amazing organization. And what's even more beautiful about it, I met several people who were there who had been helped by the organization, who were now paying it forward to help other people.
It's fantastic.
That's
great.
That's what we're talking about. That's what we're looking for. And it's amazing, because sometimes I'm out here, Don's out here, we have a lot of things we can give to help people. But one of the problems that we end up having is when we're still carrying too much of that baggage, we can't receive that love. We can't receive that good. We can't receive what the Creator's trying to give us.
Like your friend in Naples.
Yeah. You never know who's watching, dear. So be nice.
Okay, I'm sorry.
But anyhow, it's amazing, because anger is a big reason that people get to a place that they can't receive. Think about it. When you're angry, how often do you have your fists all balled up? Think about this. If you got your fists all balled up and you're angry about this and that and something else, are your hands ever open? Are you able to receive something that might be trying to be given to you? Think about that. And just think about when something new comes your way, how do you react to that? Is your immediate response to kind of shut it down and say, I don't want to see that. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to know anything about that? Because if that is an immediate response, then how often do you have your hands closed where you can't receive something? That's one of the challenges. And as we release some of that baggage that we've been carrying, we find that we start to be able to open our hands a little bit more and open our hearts. Because I've even read about things in a book. I remember reading about something called a heart wall. It's something that we create in our own energy field, in our own soul, to try to protect our heart when we feel like it's been hurt. And so if we've got that kind of a block between our heart and the rest of the world, how can we receive love?
Here's something for you. Whenever time you have your fist closed, your mind is closed and your heart is closed, because you're not thinking open-minded, you're thinking closed. Because usually when you have your fist closed, you're usually mad at somebody or something. And when you're concentrating on that negative, you cannot have an open mind.
It's true. It's true. So, we just want you to think about that this week. Letting go is the first step. Learning to be able to receive is the next. And to just remember that even if you're not a fighter, you may not be out here with your anger, trying to beat people up, but if that anger is inside you, and this is the response that intuitively is going on in your energy field, in your body, your mind, your spirit, then just remember, I think you did great, dear. That was exactly right. If you're operating from that kind of stuff where you would, love to slap somebody or hit somebody, just remember, these closed fists mean that you probably got a closed mind, probably mean that you've got a closed heart,
Mhm.
and you cannot receive when all those things are closed down.
And actually, it's just when you got your hand, it doesn't have to be completely closed. You could grab something and you want to break it or something like that. You got a closed mind all that time.
Hmm.
Stop, think,
Hmm.
what am I doing? I've done it. I'm sure everybody's done it.
We all have. We're not talking about being perfect here.
No,
We're just talking about becoming more aware
right.
of what you're carrying with you
Hmm.
and what you can let go of and what you could possibly start receiving. So let it go and then open yourself to be able to receive, and just be aware. Be aware of what shuts you down. Be aware what makes you close off from other people, close off from new ideas, close off from new opportunities. Oh my goodness, so many people. I mean, a great example. How many people do you know that have been hurt in some way, shape, or form? Might have been financially, might have been emotionally, might have been in some other way. But how many people do you know that have been hurt by that wondrous industry that some people would call direct sales, network marketing, multi-level marketing? We happen to believe that it's an industry that needs to have more focus put on it. But there's a lot of people who have been hurt, who've been scammed, who
Hmm.
have had a sponsor that didn't really care about them, et cetera, et cetera. And so because of that hurt, they won't ever look at another
Right.
opportunity.
They had a sponsor that only cared about their self,
Mm-hmm.
not helping who they got into the business. And that is
Exactly.
so wrong.
And it's just sad, and it's not necessary. So again, that's just an example that kind of popped into my head, that a lot of times because of the hurt or the unforgiveness that we're carrying from somewhere else, we can end up turning away something that might have been a huge blessing for us. And in fact, many of you know that Don and I work with a process that we were taught in Dallas, and that we are able to do quite a bit to help people with all of these different areas of healing.
Mm.
But if we can't get to you, I like to bring up a website that might also help you in some way, shape, or form. And it's called thetappingsolution.com. I love the site. I love the people who run it. They're real, they're amazing. And I really do credit them with helping me to get rid of some of the baggage I was carrying that was not allowing me to lose weight. Many of you know I lost 45 pounds last year in about a 3-month period. And I did use one of the tapping sequences from the tapping solution to get me started on the right track to be able to set my brain up for that weight loss. So just know that they are awesome people, and go to thetappingsolution.com and just look at that website. They have tapping sequences for pain, they have it for emotional stuff, anxiety, they have it for weight loss, they have it, I think I've even seen, smoking cessation, things like that. All kinds of stuff on that website. So if you can't get to us right away, that's a tool. Just know that every tool works a little differently for some people. So even if you find the tapping solution is great, if you know we're coming to your town, you might still want to catch up with us, because we might be able to approach things from a different angle with you, so you get a more complete healing and a more complete letting of things go. That's the idea.
And that's important.
Got to let go so we can move forward. This year's going to be a big year, and we need you all up off the bleachers and moving forward.
So you're saying let things go, keep your hands open to receive.
Mm-hmm.
You let things go, make that room
Yep.
so you can receive. So
Exactly.
keep your hands open to receive.
That's it. Good summary, dear. You have any other brilliant thoughts as
Oh
we
man,
close this out for
you
today?
done tapped me out today. Tap.
Oh, tapping solution. Isn't he funny? I guess this Florida air is good for him. I
Yeah,
will say though, it has cooled off a little bit from where we
yeah.
started, but it's still pretty darn nice. We're in the what, 60s
About
today?
68 degrees right now, sunny.
But you notice we're not outside. It's a little bit cooler than it was last week.
It's noisy out there.
It's noisy out there
The
too.
animals.
Yeah, we actually saw a gator this morning. That
Yeah.
was kind of wild.
Yeah, from a distance.
From a distance, but it was still in the wild. It was in a park, a regular county park.
So is that a county gator?
A county gator. Must be it. Yep, that would be it. So if you have any interest in some of the things we've got going on, please go back to wecare-partnerships.com. You'll find out some stuff about Project Uplift that we've got going on, but also look at the link that says Do the Change. That's where our book is, and our book is called Skip the Politics and Create Heaven on Earth. Stop spending all your time giving your energy to the craziness going on in the political arena and start focusing on what the Creator has you here to do. You good?
I'm good.
All right. Well, that's all we got this week for Live Your Song, and we hope you have a fabulous week ahead, and we'll see you again next week. Take care.
Bye, everybody. Have a great week.
Bye-bye.